So stay nice and warm. We'll find that mountain posture at the top of the mat. Spread out through your toes again. Lift up through those kneecaps. Roll the shoulders open. Take a deep inhale. Scooping up. Exhale and dive down. Long spine. Drop the chin. Inhale halfway. Exhale back down. Stepping back into your plank, or you can hop into your plank if you'd like. Take a breath at the top. Exhale, move through your chaturanga. Inhale as you lift up. Exhale into your downward facing dog. Inhale that right leg way up. And then exhale across the body. And again, keeping those hands firm. You can start to add extension through that foot as you thread the needle. Arms are still strong. You can do this with your left foot on the mat or with your left knee on the mat. And on your last one here, threading that needle, you can float if you can, or you can put the blade of that foot down, or you can put your knee down and spin open into a side plank. Lots of height, reaching tall. One more breath, broadening the shoulders, stacking that left over right, and then close that back up, reach up through your right foot. Exhale, stepping through. Find a tall lunge. So again, hips and feet are lined up. We're not walking a tightrope. And once you feel like those legs are firm, inhale to lift. Find your crescent lunge. So you can take a minute to change your stance. If you need to lengthen for more challenge, or if you need to shorten for more control, do what you need to do. Lift yourself up tall. Heart is so strong. Push through that back foot. Sink into that front leg. Taking a deep inhale. Exhale over your right shoulder. Press through the palms. You can look if you'd like. And then scoop through. Inhale, lift. Exhale over your left shoulder. Lots of resistance in your arms. Inhale, lift. Keep the legs strong. They're your base of support. Shoulders firm away from the ears. Letting those shoulders twist and rotate. One more time in each direction, or whatever you need to do for balance. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, back down to your mat, stepping all the way into your forward fold. Finding that forward fold, relaxing the legs for a moment. If you need to shake out those knees a bit, you can add a little bend. Relax the upper body, take a deep breath. Inhale all the way up, unfurl your spine. Exhale to your heart center, into your mountain. So same thing on the other side, find those firm feet. Spiral those thigh bones in, we're zipped. We're open in the chest and ribs. Take a deep breath up. Exhale and dive down. Lengthening the spine, drop the chin. Inhale halfway. Exhale into your plank, step or hop. Take a breath and move through your chaturanga. Inhaling up. Exhaling into your downward facing dog. Left leg inhales way, way up. Exhaling, drawing it across the body toward the right elbow. Keeping the neck as a natural extension of the spine. Really strong through your shoulders, keeping them set away from the ears. You can begin to add extension through this leg if you like, reaching that pinky toe out. You can also modify by bringing that right knee down and performing that cross-body movement from the knee. Float through that foot. Take time with your pose. Be kind to yourself, giving yourself a slow, easy breath, letting your movement match the breath. 2 more times. And on this last time, as you thread through, you can float for a moment. You can put that foot down. You can bring the shin down. And then if you can, rolling open into your side plank. Open the heart. Stacking the right shoulder right on top of the left. Really wide across the chest. Reaching through all fingers, all toes. Take a breath. Exhale, close that back up right into your three-leg dog, and then stepping forward, planting your foot, finding that lunge. And once you feel like you have a firm stance and your feet are about hip distance apart, big inhale to lift. Finding that tall crescent on this side of the body, placing your feet any way you need to. Lifting up through the heart. You can stay right here. Your gaze can be somewhere on the floor in front of you. If you want a bigger challenge, you can watch your thumbs as they move. Inhaling tall. Exhaling over that left shoulder, pressing the palms, turning the shoulders. Inhale to lift. Exhaling, pressing through. Creating some intentional resistance in those arms. And again, scooping through. You can move your arms in any way you want. If you're circling around or if you're just pressing through, whatever you need. Last time through, whatever you need to balance yourself out. Inhaling center, exhale, back to the mat. Step your back foot forward into your forward fold. Relaxing through that upper body, letting any remaining tension kind of leave the shoulders, letting gravity work there. And from here, taking your right hand and threading, you can either touch across on the mat or even on a block in front of your left foot, or you can take your hand to the outside of your left ankle or at calf. And then taking that, that's your right hand to your left foot. Taking your left hand, opening up, turn the shoulders, open the sternum to the side wall, stack those shoulders. If you need to add a knee bend on that right knee, you can. Hips are square though, shoulders rotate. One more breath. Taller on the inhale, exhale into that turn, that rotation. Closing that up, evening that out. And this time again, you can take your hand to the mat in front of your right foot, or to a block in front of your right foot, or you can take your left hand to the outside of your right ankle or calf, and then spin open with that right arm. Trying to open the shoulders to the side to reach back through the hips. You can bend the left knee a little bit if you'd like, keeping the hips square, and just turning those shoulders. Inhale your spine tall. Exhale and turn the shoulders, exhaling into that rotation. One more time, inhale tall. And exhale, rotate. Closing that back up into your forward fold, relaxing the arms, the head and the neck. Begin to roll the spine up, building up your vertebrae, stacking them into your tall spine. Open through those shoulders. All right, gonna keep going with our rotation, and we have some other options. So lots of options. Take what works for you tonight or today, whenever you're doing this class. And wherever you're at is exactly where you need to be. From the top of your mat, spread out through your toes. Lift up through those knees, zip up. Find your mountain posture. Just be present with your posture, with your breath, taking up that space. Inhale to lift. Exhale, diving down, step or hop into your plank. Toes or knees, take a breath. Move through your chaturanga. Inhaling up, cobra, upward dog. Exhaling to your downward facing dog. So from here, we're going to take this forward, and you can always drop to your knees and take that right arm and extend. Back into your downward dog. Sliding into your plank, left arm extends. So if you were going to take this down a notch, inhaling into your plank, but downward dog, exhaling into your plank. You can keep both hands grounded, or you can add that reach and extend. Hands stay connected. Try to arrive fully in each posture. All the way into your downward dog. Fully extend through the hips. Alternating that reach. And bring it into your downward dog. Eyes look forward. Inhale that right leg way up. Exhale, step forward and through. Plant your back foot in a warrior stance. Cartwheeling up to a warrior two. So take a minute again to place your feet. Front knee is nice and wide. Set the shoulders down the back. Extend the arms. And you have a nice straight line going from the top of the head all the way through to the tailbone. Finding those feet in your warrior stance. Hips and shoulders are square to the long edge of your mat. You're really strong. Taking your back hand, wrapping the low back. Maybe those fingertips will reach the crease of the hip joint. Flip the front palm. Take a breath. Exhale, reverse that warrior. Take a breath into the right side body. Shining that heart up to the ceiling, staying low in the legs. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, side angle pose. You can go right to the forearm. You're tucking the tail, you're opening the heart. You can have a block right there to the outside of your foot at any height. Or you can take your hand down to the mat if you like. Tail tucks under, shoulder opens. Option to take that arm overhead. Inhaling back up, warrior two. Cartwheeling all the way down to your mat, stepping back into your plank. Toes or knees, take a breath. Moving through your chaturanga. Inhaling, lifting up into your cobra or your upward dog. Exhaling into your downward facing dog. Take a breath here, reach through those sits bones. So here we're going to add that movement option again. Level one, inhaling to your plank. Exhaling into your downward dog. Level two, inhaling, extending an arm. Exhaling into your downward dog. Last option, inhale, extend. Exhale, thread the needle, tap the outside of your calf. Doing 3 times on one side of the body. Switch your hands. And then 3 times on the other. So as you're threading that needle, if you go high up, a little easier, there's less rotation. As you bring your hand lower, you're going to give more of a twist. It's more of that rotation challenge. One more time on each side. Inhaling 3 and 2. As long as you can, moving with intention. And 1. Last time, 3 last ones. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. 2. Last one. Planting your palms. Settling into your downward dog there. Resting posture. Take a breath. Left leg inhales up. Exhale, stepping through. Planting that back foot. Cartwheeling up. And finding your warrior two. So again, you can take your feet longer for more challenge, shorter for more control. Find that zipped up spine. Set the shoulders strong down the back. Feel the hips and shoulders turn and rotate, squaring up to the long edge of your mat. Firm through those arms. They're not going anywhere. Lots of good breath. Use that exhale to renew the zip of your core muscles, to renew the strength of your pose. Taking that backward hand, wrapping the low back. Flip your front palm, lift and extend, reach tall. Reverse your warrior, breathe into the side body. Lots of expansion into the side ribs, into the side of the belly, all the way into the low belly. Inhaling back up. Exhaling, finding that side angle pose. And one side might be different than the other, so you still want to maintain that tucked under tailbone. And you can, again, take your block to the blade side of the foot, or you can take your hand to the mat. Tail tucks under, heart rolls open. Option to take your top arm overhead. Trying to shine the light of that rib cage up to the ceiling. So if you are imagining a flashlight on the center of your chest, you're just trying to get that light beam to go upward. One more breath. Inhaling back up. Warrior two. Exhale down to the mat. Into your plank. Take a breath here. Move through your asana. Inhaling up. Exhaling into your downward facing dog. Eyes looking forward, step or hop, forward fold. Relaxing the upper body, spreading out those toes. Inhale, lifting all the way up, unfurl your spine. Exhale and open into your mountain posture. Really strong, really balanced. Notice how you're holding your weight from right to left. Notice where you're at. We're doing really good, guys. We're gonna add some balance work in. So from here, we'll start at the top of your mat, spreading out through your toes, rolling back and open. Take a deep inhale to lift. Activate those legs. Exhale and dive into your plank. You can step or hop to get there. Take a breath. Move through your chaturanga. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhale, downward dog. Take a breath here in your downward dog. Inhale that right leg way up. And exhale, draw it straight in toward your chin. Keep those hands really active, like you're gonna grab onto the mat. Inhaling up, exhaling. Shoulders stay away from the ears. One more time. This time, keeping that leg extended. Now you can put it down anytime, but if you're up, try and draw some circles with your big toe. Moving from the hip, like your leg is a giant pencil, and you're just moving right there from the glutes. Other direction, drawing little circles. Strong extension through your supporting limbs. Reach up, exhale, stepping forward, planting your foot, planting your back foot in a warrior stance. Inhale to lift up, finding that warrior stance. Lift up in warrior one. So your warrior one feet might be a little bit shorter, closer together than your warrior 2 feet, and that's okay. Left side body is turning and rotating forward. We're lifting up. Hands can be together or apart. Breathe into the belly. We're going to move with this. Inhaling to lift and pressing down. Exhale back into your warrior lunge. Extend that front knee as you press through the palms. Moving those arms through the air like it is thick, like it's made of honey. Keeping that front big toe planted. Stuck to the mat as you exhale. We're zipping up. One more time. Scoop it up. Exhale. Keep those legs extended. Hands can come to the hips if you like. So we're turning that left side body to square up to the front of the mat. Inhale and dive the heart forward. Pull your kneecap upward on that leg. Stick your feet to the mat. Keep your legs active. So as you keep your spine tall, you can keep your hands here. You can bring them to your thigh bone. You can bring them to a block or two, or you can bring them down to the mat. So taking a couple more breaths here in pyramid. Lengthen as you inhale, get tall through the crown of the head. Dive your heart over your big toe. As you exhale, melt into your posture. Inhale, extend the spine. If you have room to turn those hands around, you can walk them backwards. So you can always soften that front knee if you need to. And if your back is rounding a little bit, that's okay. Over time, we go for a straighter spine and straighter legs. Legs are active, feet are active. And from here, planting your left hand either on the mat or on a block, firming up through those legs, spin and open, rotate in a revolve triangle. Stack the shoulders right over left. Reach through the top of your head. So we're not dumping our weight down into that bottom hand. We are opening, we're reaching tall through the top of the head, sending it forward, reaching back through the right hip, sending that hip back. One more breath, inhale, tall, exhale, rotate, twist, and then bringing it back center into your pyramid, softening that front knee, inhaling up into your warrior one. Eyes can look at those thumbs. Take a breath here, strengthen the back leg, exhale all the way down to your mat, stepping into your plank. Take a breath at the top, exhale, moving through your asana. Big inhale up. Exhale into your downward facing dog. Left leg inhales up. And exhale, draw the knee into the chin. Moving with that breath a couple times, finding the edges of that range of motion. Keeping the stability in the shoulders. And And finding that combination of strength and flexibility here, where you're using those muscles to extend, but you're also opening up through that hip. Last time, keep that leg extended. And again, you can always put it down, reach tall, start to draw those little circles with your big toe. Moving from the hip, keeping the arms strong and extended, like you're gonna grab onto your mat. Activate those hands, reverse your direction of that toe. Navel pulls in. And then reach, exhale, bringing it forward and through. Plant your foot, plant your back foot in a warrior stance. When you're ready, lifting up to warrior one. So again, taking the time to place your feet. This time, sometimes those hips want to drift open, so we want to turn the hips and shoulders to the front. Lift up, find warrior one, breathe big into the low belly. Send your breath nice and low. Shoulders melt down the back, heart lifts up. Thumbs are reaching to the wall behind you. And moving here, pressing through as you extend the knee. Big inhale, exhale back into your warrior one lunge. Extending. And with every front knee extension, pull that kneecap upward on the leg. Press your big toe firm to the mat, grounding through that foot. Close the ribs to the hips on that exhale. One more time. Keep it straight here. Hands come to the hips. And again, you can change your foot placement at any time. Still turning that right side body. Inhale and dive the heart over the knee. Keep that active. We're spinning that right hip forward always. So you can keep it here. You can bring your hands to the thigh bone and soften that knee if you need to. You can go to blocks in your pyramid, or you can take it down to the mat. Whatever is going to work on this side. So breathing into this, let your breath help you. Your breath inhales your spine taller, and exhales to melt over that knee. Inhales the crown of the head over the big toe, and exhales, navel pulls in. You can turn those fingertips around and walk your hands further back if there's room for it. Breathe and expand. Exhale, big, big, big hamstring stretch here. And we're aiming for straight legs and a straight spine, but if we are bending or curving a little, it's okay. So from here, your hands can either go to the mat or it can go to a block at any height. Inhaling to spin open, revolving your triangle. Opening, stacking that left shoulder over the right. Inhale, lifting tall. Exhale, turn and rotate. Inhale, reach forward through the top of the head. Reach back through the tailbone. Exhale, turn and rotate, wringing out the breath. Just twisting from the waist, creating that rotation by exhaling strong. One more time. And closing that back up. Releasing that block if you have it. Soften the front knee. Inhale, back up. Find your warrior one. Take a breath at the top. Exhale all the way down to your mat. Step into your plank. Toes or knees. Take a breath here. Exhale, move through. Inhale, lift. Exhale into your downward dog. Taking a moment here if you need to pedal out those heels, walk the dog a little bit. And from here, settling into your downward dog, walking your hands all the way back toward your feet. Relaxing the upper back, shoulders and arms. And you can have your hands on the mat here, or you can put them up on a block. If you have room for it, you can go up onto your tiptoes. Inhale, exhale, back down. And again, up onto those tippy toes. One more time. Inhaling all the way up, firm through those feet, strong through your arms. Exhale, heart center. Get centered. Set the shoulders, set the hips, so you feel like you're really strong from your shoulders to your hips. Strong core action here. Get your mountain posture. Inhale to lift up, finding those tiptoes. You just find a spot for your eyes to rest on. And then exhale to heart center. And if you want to, you can keep those hands together or interlock your fingers. Inhaling up, tiptoes. If you have to move around, it's all right. Exhaling, drawing that line down. As you do, we're zipping up those bandha muscles. Bringing the big toes together if you can. Inhaling up, staying right there. You can release the hands if you need to. Everything locks to the midline, starting to come down into diver. Sitting the hips way back, trying to keep the shoulders right on top of the hips. Navel pulls in. You can always bring your hands to either side of you. You can put blocks right here. We're diving those knees forward, trying to get a 90-degree angle right here between the hip, the thigh bone, and the spine. Squeeze those legs toward each other. Everything moving to that midline. Take a breath. Exhale, stand all the way up. Push through the legs, through the feet. Big inhale. Exhale, bring it back down. So if you're dancing around on your toes up there, it's okay. You can move as much as you need to. All right, so from here, we're gonna add rotation in our diver, and then you'll have the option to do an arm balance. So take every step one thing at a time, do whatever options are gonna fit what we're doing tonight. What's that we're gonna work for you. Spread out through those toes. Everything again, locking to that middle, zipping up tight. Inhale, lift, scoop up, tiptoes. Exhale, sink into your diver. Finding that posture. You can stay right here, or if you can, turn and rotate the shoulders. You can look over that shoulder if you can. Trying to keep the shoulders right on top of the hips. Inhale. Exhale, bring it to the other side. Turn, rotate, and look. Inhale, up. Exhale, bringing it around to the right side. We're gonna just plant those palms. Spread your hands out really big. And if you can, and you're gonna lock those legs together, if you can, chaturanga push-up right here. And as you lower and reach forward through the crown of your head, you may find that your knee and your hip are gonna rest on the little shelf of your upper arms. And if that happens, then maybe as you pull your abs in so very strongly, and you squeeze your legs together like Suzanne Summers on a Thighmaster, you can reach through the crown of your head, and as you glide that weight forward, maybe your toes are gonna come off of the floor. And if they don't, it's not a big deal. You're shifting your weight into your upper body. You want the arms to become your weight-bearing force. Take that one more time. Plant the palms, lock everything to the midline, tuck yourself into a tight ball. As you bend the elbows and reach forward through the top of the head, set the thigh bone across those upper arms, navel pulls in, reach, press actively into that floor, and then bring it back. Nice job. So if that felt scary or if it felt like you were gonna hit your head, you can always put a pillow there. And the nice thing is about that arm balance, that side crow, is that if we do fall out of the pose, which I've done before, you don't really have very far to go. Let's go ahead and extend into a forward fold. Roll yourself up. All right, we'll do the same thing on the other side. So just moving from a front view here so I'm not going totally away from you all. Spread out through your toes. Bring those big toes together. Open through the chest and shoulders. Inhale up onto your tiptoes. Exhale, find your diver. Lock everything to that midline. We're zipping up. We're pressing those legs together. Driving those knees down. You can take this here. Inhale to lift. You can exhale, turn over one shoulder. Look if you want to, or you can keep those eyes forward. Inhale up. If you're wobbling, it's okay. Lock it to the middle. Those core muscles are going to help with your balance. Rib to hip connection here. So feeling that bottom edge of the rib cage connecting down to the hips. Last time. Sink the shoulders down. Bringing it back center. Taking it now to the left. So spreading out your hands really big. And I don't know how this side of the body is compared to the other. Sometimes they're different. About shoulder distance apart. And as you bend your arms, and you can always change your hand placement and tuck your body in, you might feel as you bend your elbows that you can set that thigh bone at the knee and the hip, that you can set it on that little shelf that your triceps are making. So again, squeeze those legs together, navel pulls in, bending, reaching forward through the top of the head. And as you extend your weight and glide forward, you might find that the toes lift off the mat a little. Navel pulls in, set those shoulders. And so just take a couple attempts at this. If your feet never leave the ground, it's okay. You want to feel like you're pulling into a tight little ball and then reaching forward. You're setting those arms really strong. Remember, draw the navel in, squeeze the legs together. And then come on out of it. Oh, nice job. Extend into that forward fold. Relax into the shoulders and the arms, the head and the neck. And just starting at the belly button, draw that in, roll up, building up your spine, roll back and open through those shoulders. Nice and tall. Nice work. You guys are feeling really warm. Good. Me too. We're almost there, guys. So from the top of your mat, spread out through your toes. Take a moment to just find that open mountain posture. As you exhale, close the ribs to the hips without losing the height in your spine. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, diving down. All the way into your plank, step or hop. Take a breath. Moving through your chaturanga. Inhale to scoop. Exhale into your downward facing dog. Into a bear. Inhaling with the knees. Exhale, extend into your downward dog. Really full extension. Allowing those kneecaps to just barely kiss the mat, not even touching it. And then as you exhale, extend, reach up through the sits bones, fan them open. Spiral the thigh bones in. Take one more. Eyes look forward, stepping or hopping to sit on your mat. Sitting nice and tall, trying to make sure you're sitting evenly on your sits bones. So draw that spine up, set the shoulders down the back. Take a minute to find that wide delta muscle and cinch it in so we have good support from the transverse muscles. And from here, we're just going to take those legs and extend them long. Inhale to lift. Exhale, hinge. And just find that forward fold. Take a breath. Exhale a little bit more. Reach back through the sits bones. Inhale, reach through the top of the head. You can hold anywhere on your legs. One more time. Inhale longer. Exhale, melt. Rolling this up. So from here, bending that right foot, taking your left hand, you can take your two peace fingers and you can hook your big toe, or you can just hold your foot any way that's comfortable. And from here, you can take that right hand and turn and look. Shoulders rotate. Reach long and active through your left leg. So we're not just letting it sit there kind of like a limp noodle. We are reaching long through that leg. And then if you have room, you're going to lift up through that right leg. If you have room there, push, find some resistance. You can also just hold the blade of your foot, whatever works better for you. And you can stay right here. We're reaching through both legs. We're trying not to cross the midline of the body. You want to keep your foot in alignment with your hip. Turn and rotate. And if you have room to pick up that other hand, do it. Reach through all of your fingers and all of your toes, your feet. Navel pulls in. And draw your chest toward your thigh bone. Lift yourself up, 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 up. Exhale into that rotation. And then close it back up. Bring it back down. Take a minute. You can wiggle out. All right, other side. So finding that tall posture. Hug your left knee in this time. Draw yourself up nice and tall. And you're taking, again, your fingers. You can hook your big toe or you can hold your foot any way that works. Taking that right arm behind you on the mat, letting that leverage help turn the shoulders. And so from here, you can stay right here. Activate through that right leg. So we're not just letting it go, but we're keeping it extended long from the hip all the way through. And then if you have room to extend and lift up through that left foot, you can. If there's room to extend straight, go for it. Pull those kneecaps upward. Turn those shoulders, and then if you have room to reach through your other hand, go for it. So again, as you look over your shoulder, inhale taller, exhale twist. Take care with this front foot that you're not crossing that midline. You want to keep the foot and knee and hip all in alignment. Inhale, get taller, reach through the limbs. Exhale, turn and rotate. Inhale, reach, get tall through the top of your head. Exhale, pull that chest toward the leg. Reach through your toes, activate those muscles. One more breath here. And then closing that back up and releasing it down. Oh, nice job. Find your feet, let them match. Matching all parts of your feet to each other. And if this isn't comfortable, you can always sit on a block to lift those hips up a little bit higher and make it more comfortable and accessible for your hips. So matching all parts of your feet. Feel a light pressure toward the midline of your body, bound angle. And as you're feeling all parts of the feet, toe matches toe, blade of the foot, ball of the foot, heel, pressing inward, at the same time, take your knees and press them outward so that they are trying to touch the walls on the opposite sides of the room. Draw your spine up tall so you're sitting up on those sits bones. Press the feet in, push the knees out wide simultaneously. Start to ground through the sits bones, feeling them firm and connected to the mat. At the same time that you're pressing the sits bones downward, lift up through the top of the head. Feel the back of the neck lengthen. Exhale, navel to spine. So moving in all four directions at once. Feet come together. Exhale, knees press apart. Inhale, ground through the sits bones. Exhale, get taller through the top of your head. Take one more breath. Try and get all four directions going simultaneously. And then slowly release that out. Oh, nice work. If you need to wiggle out through your feet, you can take a minute to wiggle those out. We are going to get to our final part of class in our Shavasana. So if you have anything that would make you more comfortable for this part of class, you can take a minute and just get whatever you need to keep your body temperature in a good place. If you've gotten really warm during your practice and you want to make sure that you don't cool down too much, you might want to grab a sweatshirt. And Shavasana is however is going to be comfortable for you to lay on your yoga mat. So you can be, if you have a lot of allergies right now, you can stay seated if you're very congested. If you have any kind of back pain or hip pain and you need to be on your side, you can lay on your side. If you want to lay on your back, let's roll it down. Get the shoulders beneath you. Just kind of take a minute to get yourself comfortable. If there's anything that you need to kind of resolve in your body, in your muscles or joints, you can take some time to resolve those limbs. If you need to circle it out through the low back, you can, stirring those thigh bones, whatever you need to do. And as you're ready, just let your body settle on your mat. And you've done so much breath and body control with your practice today, so the only thing that you have to be responsible for now is becoming an observer of your breath. Just notice your inhale, notice your exhale, and notice the little pause that happens before your body takes another breath. And as you breathe, begin to relax across your scalp, softening through the forehead, the brow, allowing the eyes to relax in their sockets, feeling the eyelids heavy over them. Feeling the face muscles soften and relax, allowing the jaw to go slack, and feeling the tongue floating inside of your mouth. And with every exhale, feel the shoulders melt into the mat a little bit more. Feel the collarbones slide away from each other as the shoulders relax. Allow the arms to grow heavier at your sides, softening the muscles away from the bones, from the shoulders down to the elbows, and from the elbows down to the wrists. Releasing any remaining tension from the palms of the hands and allowing it to exit through your fingertips. Allow the arms to remain heavy at your sides, drawing your focus back to your breath as it moves through the ribs and the belly, feeling the rise and fall of each breath. And with every exhale, feel the back melt into the mat a little bit more. Softening the muscles through the upper back, through the middle back, and through the lower back. Just as the arms are heavy at your sides, feel the legs grow heavy beneath you, allowing them to rotate to a fully relaxed position in the hip sockets. Feeling the big toes relax away from each other as the legs relax. Softening the muscles away from the bones, from the hips down to the knees, from the knees down to the ankles. Releasing any remaining tension from the arches of your feet. Becoming aware of the space in between each one of your toes. Allow your breath to deepen. Let it wash over you from head to toe, rejuvenating your limbs, waking up your body, delivering each breath to all parts of your body, bringing that oxygen to your muscles, allowing them to feel rejuvenated, expanding that breath through the body from your head to your toes, and still keeping your limbs loose and relaxed. Draw the knees up, extend the right arm overhead, and as you feel ready, draw yourself over onto your right side. And just give your body a moment to acclimate here. And as you feel ready, press yourself up to sit comfortably. Feeling the spine float out of the tailbone. Arms are still heavy and loose. Lots of space between your ears and shoulders. And take a moment of gratitude for the time you took to practice today. Take a moment to acknowledge the accomplishments with your practice and the challenges that you rose to meet. And take a very full breath. And just let it go. And take one more very full breath. And let it go, bringing your hands together, matching your palms to your forehead for good thoughts, to your lips for good words, and to your heart for good deeds. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for a yoga session today. Nice job. I'll see you next time.